First blood.
Tri lane though.
No, you definitely want to have it mid.
Okay, you put Ramsey's mid and give no one the side lane hero.
But like, it seems so hard, man. This
int hero, specifically Visage, who has less than 0 armor, and when you're playing against a Blightstone First Fury, and you can't really do much.
Oh, Storm bolts out. Visage slowed up, but that's why Grave Shield's there to give him that extra movement speed to get away. I know you were saying, Mark, we were kind of discussing a little bit during the draft as well, like with this lineup, like, oh my god, that's gonna go again. Double Mango's up, and Jakiro takes the fall. Solo's gonna Warcry up. They have extra control. They do, thanks to the help of Roger. And ET, iffy about if he wants to fight or not. Virtus.pro, 3 players on bottom lane. I was gonna say hitting phase.
Yeah, for sure. And I think this is a good decision to rotate Roger down to get that first blood, but I'm not certain you want to tri-lane against a Visage.
Yeah, this may be a little bit more problematic. The breeze fires out. Damn, that ET. Or tri-lane against the ET even. And his Spirit comes out to get the kill over on Grimstroke. But ET hits real hard.
This is cool that you leave the Jug up top.
Either. Like he's having to lead, like he's got 2 leeches, Roger and Solo inside the lane, so this Nature's Prophet isn't the global presence I was expecting him to be very early on. But it still is tri-lane versus tri-lane.
I don't mind this though, because Visage kind of controls the tempo of the EHOME lineup. We were saying in the draft, there's no real physical damage output save for this hero, and the longer it takes him to get birds, the longer it takes EHOME to actually apply any real pressure onto objectives.
My god, they're just trying to really beat into the ET. The double stuns keep him controlled up really nicely, but they need a little bit more follow-up damage. ET had to put out another Spirit, lost that high movement speed with the Treants, blocking him up from Pasha. Roger, however, he's in a little bit of trouble, gonna burn to the breathe fire. The dual breath, I mean, of Innocence. And Visage, okay, again, yeah, cannot back out.
Yep.
Blindstone on a Nature's Prophet, you're losing your arm. And it's not an unusual build from the Nature's Prophet. Every Prophet we've been seeing goes this early Blightstone against the low armor heroes to try and contest them. Goodbye top lane as Faith Beyond gets a solo kill on Juggernaut. Pasha on bottom lane begins his TP out, cannot get it in time. The punch is...
And also a cool thing, we don't see this very often. This is the first time I've seen the double shield on Darkseer, but it allows him to farm a lot more offensively and backlane while jungling, because you have that 75% chance to block, not 50.
Pasha gets the run away on bottom lane. ET, again, trying to be that initiator. Combining with the slow from Ego, but now Gambing's the one who's in trouble, puts the Spirit down. Doesn't have anything else to really work with. His teammates can't help him out because they can't get through the Warcry. The Solo is able to provide this aggressive lane of Virtus.pro, so they just keep going in deeper. The Stormbolt over on Visage gets him controlled. A little bit of targeting as Innocence may have some time to get back around the edge of the trees. That Jakiro is very, very tanky, and he's got the dual breath off cooldown in just a second, and they're keeping eyes on Pasha, who gets a fantastic sprout block. It still won't stop the ET. The run is on. It's 347 movement speed, so it's only 10.
Oh, look at the jungle though. The Deuce is in trouble.
Wow, really? Prophecy being over, trying to help out, but
Faith Beyond, man.
The MVP lesson I received. Bottom lane Storm bolts out, they're chasing after Visage. He's got a lot of one charges available, however. The ET stomp keeps the suspended position, but man, that Ice Path came in very late from Innocence. And they're still running try versus try. ET hits real hard, 114 bonus damage, but they try and cut him out. Dudes again. This
kill if they land this stock.
They were just out of range of the Observer Ward 2 with the TP in and the smoke, but Visage a little bit further off to the side. Jakiro, Ice Pass out, but that's why Juggernaut has spin. Immunity is able to let him just move through this, and ET with a stop. He gets to sleep over on the Sven, who has a Storm Bolt in 2 seconds time with the stick charges, but it's Roger and the support from EHOME that's all rotated in, including Face Beyond. Omnitas to be completely tanked up because he's already got a full Crimson Guard. Ramsey knows there's no damage. Solar can create so much space, however, but 5 heroes move forward, and damn with the surge, they cannot escape the OD. In banishment up in the Darkseer wall, Ramses will fall, and EHOME win it because Darkseer will always be stronger. Now look towards the mid, ET Stomp, well out of position for Solo. But a level 4 Sven trying to stop this kind of attack, while on bottom lane, Pasha cannot escape either. Just run down so many slow...
Can't really win an engagement, they just want to force EHOME to follow them around the map.
They just got 4 bounty runes as well.
Yep.
Like that's... They may lose, they just profit for it. Pasha, OD imprisonment, there's just a simple ET Spirit into stop. At the same time around the shrine, you can have an extra battle. The stun out from Solo. Omnitas kicking through on top of the Familiars only really now. They have to drop to the ground, but there's all on cooldown. They just drop the Eclipse. 2 heroes there for Virtus.pro. No one's practically out of mana, so they banish up to one, and then the jump around the tree lines. They want no one, but they also want Ramses, and they'll claim both cores. The ice path makes the impenetrable wall. A double kill for ASD.
Winners, but
Look at
don't you feel like that gives you an advantage? 15, 20 games, you win the tournament, then you come, you're definitely warm.
And such great play from EHOME. They could see Roger trying to creep skip. It allows Solo to know he can do this. 2 observer wards up.
This is something you rarely see non-top teams do. Nice carrier snipe, but...
Yep, ET stomp. He'll lose his life for it. ET splitters out as well, and they just profit. Pasha has no way to escape this, and with him down for 30 seconds, Jan trying to chase down Pasha. TPs are coming over. It's the form of the OD, and with Blink forward, fantastic sprout, but Vac is even better from Faith Beyond. Pulling back Pasha. Another 30 seconds without Nature's Prophet.
This is the push they're going to need to execute on to win this game, because really, if they don't get a Rax here, who knows what will happen.
Well, they're already jumping in. OD's looking for his target. It's going to be the spam with a Grave Chill slow down. The Darkseer wall not going to be as effective as Faith Beyond probably wanted to be, but maybe when Medusa TP's right on top of it, turns the Stone Gates, trying to force EHOME to retreat, while ASD is isolated by himself. That's why he imprisons, looking for his blink away to safety. No, he's actually being stunned up and controlled. EHOME, how hard have you overpushed this one right now? No one has kept everyone else from EHOME occupied. While you will be able to find that kill into ASD, no, underneath the fountain, he's still surviving. Tier 4 tower. EHOME are going so deep, they don't care where the lines are drawn. No one is totally out of mana. ASD, the Aegis one will finally pop. But so does Medusa. Buyback to Marvel, and she'll have to expend it. And they look for more into the engagement. Start stealing all this intelligence once again for ASD. Get rid of the silence. They finally broke through the tier 3 tower, but VP, they want to catch anyone else from EHOME retreating. Faith Beyond still to be caught out. They have the tree cut out so the path is clear to retreat. But EHOME, they're not done yet. They look to still turn, potentially.
Really, and you can see the strength of the OD. They actually just cannot deal with this hero, and it eventually goes down. That Aegis respawn by...
Many more towers, they've taken more kills across the board. This money is still coming in for Virtus.pro. Like, EHOME should even have a bigger advantage because they got that massive early Midas. Goodbye, Pasha. He'll die once again, but it's all for the greater good. Prophet's already moved up towards the top lane, but look who's gone too. OD under the cover of smoke. Looking for that kill on Nature's Prophet, jumping over towards Pasha. 2, 3, he needs to cut through the tree lines. No force start to do it. Pasha, he can't actually TP out. It was on cooldown, his teleport. Both the scroll as well as the ability. So he'll come back out, kind of half trapped up. Ramses will do his own spin TP, and Pasha just has to get the hell out of there. But OT, enough is enough. Drops Ben, who has his own clearance as well. So EHOME keeping a creep wave alive as they go high ground is very difficult, which is probably why they were just hunting the kills previously, just like they're doing now against no one. Familiar drops, but the TPs can't come fast enough.
Just wait, there's an Orchid finished on the OD. He is just going for the full raw damage right-click build. Was expecting a Shiva.
Nice stuff over on the ET. OD just jumps in, triggers off his BKB, looking for the kill on the Juggernaut, able to find it, 75 seconds on the sideline, but then the Familiars, they're right on the money, onto Roger. Ego's positioning is just way too good. They'll move over towards Solo, and then the stuns. Solo, he'll at least get his own Storm Bolt off, be able to back away to safety, but the Ice Path and the Darkseer wall, what a great position. Stargaze is onto ASD, but the mana is all burned out. This really is the game. GG, well played. EHOME have just romped over Virtus.pro. Not even half an hour to get Game 1 victory.
Just near flawless execution from EHOME. I don't think VP played bad. They lost their...
Yeah,
You still have a free pass. You still have a free pass.
Now they go for the OD. So it's a position... It could be position 3 max still. Position 4
3, 4.
Not necessarily like the greatest, you know, they're not super outmatching VP in the draft, but they certainly have the win condition. And if they play their game, well, like they did last time, just before, I think they're going to take this one too.
Oh my god, Innocence. Like, was this really worth committing to kill off the ball? Like, he got part...
Free cleave to rely upon for farming.
Oh, Pasha's really trying to harass Ego out of the bottom lane. Very difficult to do when the inner fire can push you away from him. But he knows Innocence can't force him out of the lane, while Roger on the retreat around top lane. He does have the distance. Tiny can't keep up with him, even though he does have the toss. It's still only, it's level 1. So Roger will take minimal damage, even if he does get it off.
And they're doing quite nice. Oh, toss in.
Yep. Try to throw Solo back in, but it's right on top of Faith Beyond, and Ramsey won't care about this one. Just turns into the spin, and Faith Beyond's like, there's too many heroes on top of me. Gotta tighten it up.
It's you know why though? It's because on a game-to-game basis, you can go from looking like a superstar to looking like BSJ. And it's just a product of the draft and...
Man, beat down more like Faith Beyond that spin. And there's that slow the panel was talking about. So difficult to walk away from. At the moment, he's using every single one that he's got to just try and keep the top lane away.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And here they go again. Put on the frost. Faith Beyond goes under the tower. No attempted TPs away, just accept its own fate.
Yep, damage core like the jug. And he just dies in a shield spin. Actually, I don't think there's a counterplay.
Well, Pasha's going to be in a little bit of trouble. They've been waiting for this. Huskar's not 6 yet, but it won't matter when the burning spear's around. Innocence hits on his Illuminate.
More careful. I think Tiny's got to be less offensive and just look to maybe toss defensively.
Oh, they're going in again. Shields are up. There's your avalanche toss used over on the Magnus. Faith Beyond trying to focus down as much as he possibly can on the supports. Ignore Ramses. So Solo has to back off, and this is a great play from the Titans to create a little bit more space, but he walks back into Roger.
Wow.
So goodbye. He's dead.
Because of the way the new Drow Ranger can just farm so quickly. Not really because that worried. Look at Solo. So aggressive.
Yeah, they wrap around the back. They put down 3 observer wards all scattered around this Drow Ranger's farm area. She can't stick in, but that's why you got your avalanche. And Ego pushes them back as well. Everyone's going to go on fire from Virtus.pro. They do not want to fight this about the bottom. Like, there's actually, they've got so many banked up. There's another 2 observer wards over on the lich. So Solo moves forward, and they'll go with the Raw onto the Drow Ranger. And underneath the Ancients, they'll scout these out. And with the Beastmaster, they may even attempt just to farm up the Ancient camp. And then another observer ward a little bit further up to watch the movement into the stacks.
Think VP's trying to play aggressive this game, or what?
I think VP want to make sure there's no recovery for EHOME. Avalanche able to stun over on 2. Ego's going to jump in, looking for the kill on the OD. Imprisont's already been used, just trying to keep the Huskar out of the play for the moment. And O1, he's got more than enough life to tank through this one. He'll rip through Innocence as well. Will lose his life, and Drow Ranger, the one to claim it. That's some good cash for her. And then with the follow-up, a double kill, 2 cores to drop.
Consider that he just kills the Drow all game.
I think Beastmaster going to have another fun little play with Faith Beyond. Trying to potentially... Well, you got Beastmaster all available, and with Solo rotating over, he wants to try and find the kill. But the Ignis trying to pull back the Beastmaster with the Avalanche. Sprout is out, hold him in range to get a second Ignis attack as well. So Nature's Prophet will lose his life. But he does actually... They're going to pressure top lane. Juggernaut has the full Manta style completed. So no way for the Drow Ranger to get a perfect silence off. Takes the Avalanche stun, and the more support rotates over. A little bit of a hit from the Wrath of Nature.
Whoa.
OD and Lich being very visible, and on bottom lane, Beastmaster just armored on the Huskar. Still trying to work his way into the Heaven's Halberd. And they need to get some sentry. Observer and sentry is perfect. Cobble stands still for the skill, but 4-star bump. And the gust from Drow Ranger drops him down low. Omnislash. In comes Tiny to try to help tank up the Omnislash. And all he can do is just toss back the 1 melee creep.
Ramses, but this is the power of that healing ward against the Coddle spam.
There goes the Aegis Immortal. Time's out. 2 seconds till Huskar is up, so the tier 3 tower will fall, and Virtus.pro going begging from EHOME.
There's a good smoke on the side of VP as well. They're just going to leave Pasha in the lane to shove.
TP'd in quickly into the Omnislash, and he'll bounce over. Huskar needs to try and help tank it up too. Pushes him back, but the Prophet's already dead. Beastmaster Hoxie saw everything, and then your RP skewer him into a quick chain frost. Your Ignis may create a little bit of space, allowing Tiny to walk back out, but with Huskar dead, your big portion of damage has gone with him. Tiny tossing away the aggression of Virtus.pro. Buyback did arrive from Prophet, but EHOME don't know they're still totally visible thanks to that Observer Ward. They will definitely know it now as VP just come up high ground. And a Blink Dagger bought from the Tiny. He's going to do something really big with this because the melee rack is already falling in mid. Prophet will delay the push with the Sprout, but he cannot stop it completely.
Really clean by VP, and that's just a beautiful smoke. VP.
Faith Beyond, all they can do is try and delay. Like, he's forcing in the bottom lane. But you've lost your Shrine 1. Second Shrine will probably fall after. Hello, ASD. Found his own target over on the Magnus, and the damage output's really, really good. Hold him in place with a Sprout. He'll need a little bit of help, though, if he's going to find this kill.
You gotta roar him sooner rather than later, or he's just gonna blink away.
Oh, he actually blinked already. Now in comes Tiny, Avalanche and Toss. Ramsey's pushed back out, but a quick mana style. No way to hold him up. ASD will quickly fall. And Tianming will join him as well. 2 heroes dead, one of them doesn't have buyback available. Blinding lighted after he went up the hill.
Well, if you blinding light, so the way mischance works is if an attack is in motion and you blinding light, I believe that attack will miss.
ASD's found his target, looking to try and kill off Lich. This would be a big one if they can claim before the fight, but no blinding light as she pushes Lich up the hill. So Beastmaster gets Aurora over on the Coddle, while OD just BKBs and takes care of both the Tiny and then into the Huskar. You can prop a Sprout up all you want. Lich will buy back. They want to have this kill. Faith Beyond the Ghost is protecting him from Ramsey's Zombie Slash. But OD imprisonment, they just wait around him.
Yeah.
And there it is. Profit down for 70 seconds, and EHOME no. It's done. 23 minutes in, Virtus.pro take game 2 and give us a full series in our first game here on the mainstream.
Yeah, I like the draft a lot more.
The most surprised I've seen you guys all day.
Yeah. I mean, we were looking for like a stunner, a playmaker, and then pick a Bristol, who is literally the opposite of that.
If I know the enemy team is an anti-mage, how do we end up with this? Because Tide and Jug are not traditionally heroes that are very good against an anti-mage. I just don't know how I feel about it.
Ramsey's able to claim that top rune, still on the run out. He's got a lot of core stacks on him. That's 4 that make that 5. And a couple more sprays through the work, so Solo has to start the body block up. No other choice, but it's that bonus damage you're getting from the burning arrows that's just coming in from the clinks. There's so much work. Yes. Is like how many times do you see a melee versus melee lineup being affected so much by this Clink's top lane? Trouble for Ego, spin from Ramsey's really, really good. Impossible to control. Has to sit there, wondering if he can have a sentry ward. Oh boy, that damage output. And they'll fortify as well. Keeps the top creep wave alive, allowing VP's dive to be even stronger. Innocence is dead once again, and Bristleback has to hide in the tree lines.
Hoping. It's something that is cool. Whenever doing these 2-on-3 scenarios, it's actually quite fine to trade deaths for enemy health and mana because you're able to fairy regen to your ally. And mid lane.
Yep, they're going again. There's not enough mana, however, on the Clinks. He ran out, and now the Fade Bolt. Roger arrives to kill secure. Spell block from the anti-mage, but there's not enough mana for a telekinesis. Baku was mentioned on the panel saying like he just didn't know how Faith Beyond will be able to actually reach the blink dagger timing that he needed. This is one way to do it. They're battling for the 5-minute runes, and it looks like Roger's going to lose his life on the bottom one for it. He used telekinesis to throw Faith Beyond away. But yeah, the Clinks was there to rotate and support and give a high amount.
Is a lion, and we can see Innocence wrapping all the way around mid.
That's such a long wrap. The courier's coming in for the mid lane, trying to bring extra items to no one but the searing arrows. This was meant to be Virtus.pro being aggressive. Roger, he already rotated around the side. Blinding Light will push him back. Roger's got some movement speed. And thanks to the pushback on both Innocence and the Clinks, they just can't keep up. But okay, pick him up, and searing arrows. What a nice haste rune to have. Play around the edges. And now it's trouble for the Clinks. No ability to go invis, you go up the hill. The Illuminate spam will be able to get the kill. And then Solo, running very low on mana. One more attack will do the job, but then he's got support troubles. Innocence can't stay with him. A blink up, the Mystic Snake will follow ASD up towards the shrine. They'll burn it, but wait, no! Didn't counterspell. Roger just hits him with the Fade Bolt. The shrine's completely useless. They blinding light quickly, but Clinks, okay, well that is actually a bit of a problem. He needs to hit more with more searing arrows and then to get the kill on Roger. EHOME, I don't know if this is nervous on the major stage, but they need to get their young ones in line.
He could have counterspelled the snake. He could have counterspelled predicting the Rubik once he walked into vision. Ends up feeding away that kill, and I mean, what could have just been a free kill on Roger, he manages to turn into, what was that? Was that 3 kills? They killed everybody, didn't they?
I think that was 3. Yeah, Solo, yeah, yep, all 3 died. All 3 died.
Well, meantime, though, Faith Beyond gets a solo kill on Pasha bottom, so they get a little something, and you got to hope for a repeat of Game 1 performance from
They
Faith
managed
Beyond.
to get this kill on Pasha, but Faith Beyond's thrown back by Roger. Clinks needs to properly commit to this, but now Ramsey's arriving, going with the Omni Slash, chances down. He actually spreads his Omni Slash across all 3 heroes, but then the isolated Lion dies. That's probably the best scenario for EHOME, because they don't want Faith Beyond to go down.
7 Tiny. And look at this. Again, the Clinks finding the Coddle. Another hero that Clinks is so good against. These Rubik Coddle heroes are so susceptible to being found out by the Invis.
And with that double damage and the Searing Arrows level 2, they're looking for top lane fights.
Yep.
Like, if Solo reveals himself, not even just Solo, Pasha would be enough. Avalanche, toss him up. He's dead before he hits the ground. Come down to the bottom lane. So just a quick healing ward up. They know Tiny went top, so there's no support there. They pick up the Clinks. Roger moving around the vision, and now perfect dusting up. He knew exactly what was going to happen in this scenario. Ramsey spins. The Feybolt damage is enough. And Clinks is not a tanky hero. Not with that death pact. And even for the runes, Innocence just gets Omni Slash down.
Get enough XP.
He's got 2 Obs Wars. He's not planning either of them. Didn't walk around for it, so they'll wrap around the back and bottom, and that's why blink in, forward, avalanche toss.
Nice kill.
Rubik, these supports, like the normal miz, which is this Yules into Axe.
No one in trouble. Double Invis. They have the skeleton army ready.
They're right on top of him, and yep, there it comes down. They're all going to focus onto no one. Tries to get away, and maybe the Ignis buys that space. No one turns around quickly, and that's the reason why. Parcher is there, clips on 2 for the Ravage. Clinks wants to get away to safety. It will not happen. Roger's there to lend the Feybolt, find himself yet another kill. Until he dies to Faith Beyond. Jump forward. Good tree toss. Combining with the Mana Void. One more attack from ASD will do it. He's got a blink off cooldown in 1 second time. Solo. He actually tries to juke it, but the range of the blades is enough of ASD.
This again before this tournament is over. It's been too long since we had a roaming Invis 4 position. Riki and Bounty Hunter
Bottom lane.
pretty much gone out of meta.
Look at the match. Oh, wait. He didn't pop the finger.
How did that think? Oh, it was in the air.
He was in the air. He didn't actually hit the target. Faith Beyond did more than enough damage, and now what have you got stolen? It's Earth Spike stolen. Faith Beyond's pushed back, and they'll commit the Omni Slash, and it's Faith Beyond who's the one who goes down to Ramses. It was meant to be the opposite way, and it's a big 6-time streak as well. Now they dive in deeper on top of the mid lane. Maybe a little bit too deep from Pasha. But with the support of no one, he has confidence to do this, even without Ravage being available.
And if EHOME end up losing this series, I think that play is going to have to be because you go from a kill on Ramses and taking his streak to giving away your Tinies and a tier 1 bottom.
Innocence, oh boy! He just got hit by the set of Prowlers. They'll have enough control now to kill off Ramses, but Innocence will lose his own life for it. And it's going to be the Clinks who gets 807 gold for that kill.
But not the thing is, you lose nothing.
Clinks is waiting for the attack, but no one's got enough damage to get through it. And that was even without the double damage rune sitting in top river. And Faith Beyond, well, he's going to jump in. Goodbye support. This is just why Tiny is picked time and time again by the Chinese teams. They can delete the support before the fights begin. The Ignis, but then the Burning Army. Clinks gets it out, and Virtus.pro, they want to try and deal with this, but at the same time, the Clinks just on the edge of the room of the Ignis. Faith Beyond, another great avalanche toss. Pasha stunned up for too long, could not get the... Thanks for
they saw Tiny walk down the low ground.
Okay, I saw an arrow fly out to Clinks and actually connected onto Clinks when he's inside of Skeleton Wall. Okay, I'm just gonna put that down.
Spidey senses?
Maybe. Lion dead. Doesn't even try and turn around.
Team fights.
They're gonna go up. They are definitely gonna go up. 5 heroes together. Aegis Immortal on the Juggernaut. And that's why the Clinks in the backline position. It's a good sentry ward. They actually see Clinks in the back line, so they pick him up, throw him down, but Faith Beyond goes after Rubik, but his 6 shots keep him alive, and the Ravage creates more space. Clinks is down, and Faith Beyond's caught on the wrong side of the tracks. Same thing could probably be said about the Juggernaut, but he's under the cover of the Ignis, so goodbye Innocence. He will fall. He gives over his Hex. That's going to be problematic for anyone that wants to jump in. The Ignis will finally wear out. Now remember, ASD is not joining this fight. He's pushing the bottom tower instead. Clinks tries to put the the defense up with the burning army, but the avalanche toss combo, Roger dies so much, and the damage on the Ramses is high enough that Ego can keep the pressure up, chasing after Virtus.pro. Fabian has no more mana to keep the chase going, but bottom lane, Anime just not stopped yet. His ASD is once again split pushing. The tier 2 tower on top lane is being assaulted as Virtus.pro, they come inside the base. Innocence looks for the stun, not available. Ego tries to put himself between his support and that big core of the Juggernaut. The range rack's already down, and Anime is pushing high ground once again. If they can keep their melee racks alive right now, EHOME will be very happy. The core sprays are starting to stack up in the backlines. There's your jump in. The burning army does the work as Rubik will fall. The melee rack has gone down, but now it's the Omni side. Bristleback pulls Juggernaut in very, very deep, but then he also TPs away during the middle of his Omni Slash.
And spun?
And spun out, so there was no stun available. We must be seeing something different. Coddle's gonna go down as EHOME at least.
Disparity didn't really shift, and they're still in a position where they can win this game. That next Roche fight is going to be everything.
They're hunting the Clinks and perfectly found by Roger. They knew it because he took the 20-minute bounty route. And Clinks, he'll go in Viz once again, but he will not survive for long enough for the dust to wear off.
And look at the wards now that EHOME have placed. They've got one defensive. They know that chances are VP is going to look to make plays around this tier 2 bottom. They get that ward solo placed as well.
Yep. That's instantly scouts out what's going on. ASD is going to continuously pressure in the bottom lane. His TP's on cooldown for 25 seconds, so Ego, is he going to delay this? Faith Beyond found the Keeper of the Light in the back line. Solo is able to get the Ignis off. He'll create a little bit of space, but he still goes down. Buyback in, Ravage creates a little bit more space. Lion can't get in. The Burning Army is in the pit, but the Aegis Immortals are in the hands of Ramses. Ego is dying, but the Anti-Mage, he's gone inside the base. He's taking the tier 3 tower up on the top lane while the fight continues around Roshan. Face Beyond on the run, does not have the movement speed, and even the space clear from Innocent Stun will not be enough. But how much damage can Anti-Mage do? Not enough, it seems. He blinks into the tree lines and TP.
It's just so strange to me. Maybe it's like a mental thing. VP, like they get smoked and like, all right, now we're going to be on...
They're looking for the pick, or maybe they're using it to scout out the Clinks. Try and find him with the smoke.
Good point.
Now Ramses, they're going to push up. Remember the Aegis Immortal, they've got to get through this. And AM hasn't pushed the sideline out far enough. Now they're doing this push without Ravage available. Burning Army comes in from the Clink, so the bonus damage starting to arrive. Roger's already gone down. Ramses still stands its ground against that tower. The Summer Control now with the Stone Gates. Ramses got extra life thanks to one charge. That's why ASD has to blink away and out of range of that Ignis. Clink trying to get rid of it himself. Doesn't do enough damage. Not fast enough at least. Now they do, but Faith Beyond, the Avalanche Omni Slash just comes off the Juggernaut. You know he's going to get all his life back, even if he dies after it, but the Bloodline pushes Ego back down the hill and in range of the Ramses spin. The racks will remain alive for the moment. The mid's already gone down previously, but where's the defense available? Tiny is TPing in, and they jump in. The Basher over on the Juggernaut. Remember, he's still got the Aegis Immortal. No one. He'll consume the cheat, so the life back up for the Deucer. The bottom racks is still up. Mop up these racks so quickly, and this time they fight with Ravage.
And look at this, they found the Bristle as well.
Yep. So Juggernaut starts it off. No fortification available. Comes in with the Avalanche and Toss, and Juggernaut, he's still got the Aegis Immortal, and he already burns it. Solo's on the run, back out through the mid. The Burning Army doing some decent work, keeping Parsha's Blink Dagger on cooldown, so he can't just jump in for a quick Ravage, but while Juggernaut spins away.
On the Tiny, and there's no way for Jug to cleanse it.
It's a good scan at least, but because they know it anyway, they're attacking into the Dire Shrine. No way to pop that off as it now goes down. Avalanche Toss catches down onto. Now the Ravage pops as well, under the cover of the Ignis. Everyone from EHOME cannot go anywhere in the Omni Slash. It was traded off. Anime was able to spell block it out, and now blinks away to safety. It's only a 1-for-1 trade off the mana burn, however, so low. Bristleback's got nothing left in the tank. Clinks is on the run, almost actually. I thought it was going to catch that Impale stall from Rubik. But they're looking to finish up the racks. Fortification is available, however, because they do not have the creep wave with them. Anti-Mage is regenerating as quickly as he possibly can, but here comes Virtus.pro. No Ravage available, no Aegis Immortal, no Omniside, but it may not matter when that damage is high enough. The Clinks is looking to be a target, but he goes back into Invis as AM chases after the Deucer, looking to burn off her own mana. Ramses, now the mana starts down, his own spin, back up the hill. ASD, he's got enough for a blink back to base, but he's got nothing left in the tank. Virtus.pro still looking to beat through this racks. The creep waves arrive, so no more backdoor regeneration. Both in the mid as well as the bottom, but no, they don't use the glyph. They'll have to look for the fights now. EHOME jumping forward. They're going to use Pasha. He is just going to be the sacrificial lamb, but they know they want more. The Mana Void already consumed. No one will finish his TP out. Oh, wait, that was a very long TP. And so at least it's... This Klinks has the ability to get some solo kills. He's going to attempt it right now over on the Keeper of the Line. Burning Army does not care about the Ignis. Omni Slash is out! They find the kill over on the Klinks, and Lion needs some space. They've got a little bit more support rotating over. That's because you had Faith Beyond, but then again the Ravage, it clips over on the Brookback, but Ravage is down, and ASC gets in the middle of the fight. Stonegaze is out the BKB. Well, Anime Studio is protected, but no, ASC, he blinks out. He does have time to escape.
That's 2 fights in a row. AM's caught the Stonegaze. That can't happen.
Avalanche toss once more, looking for the support kill, but the Eul Scepter protects the Rubik. So now it's Tiny, who's in way too deep. Faith Beyond on the retreat, but Juggernaut right on his tail. Starts to spin. He turns to the Avalanche. Can't toss away Anthony. Tiny's dead. Anti-Mage, he wasn't able to get back, at least potential. Virtus.pro want to ensure this game by taking this last lane of racks. Solo is on the way. Mega creeps against EHOME, no burning army, no extra damage. Pasha's getting the mana drained out of him. That's a hell of a lot of damage being done. And they have Mana Void available, but who do they want to go on? The Rubik's being burnt out, the spill damage not enough, but you've still got Mega to Virtus.pro. If they can get out of this with only 1 or 2 deaths, they're still very happy. And the 1 death is already the Rubik.
Yep, you take that. It's Megas, right? I mean, that's pretty much game right there. And unspoken hero in this game, Pasha.
This line, even though Innocence hasn't died, he still can't get to the front lines.
And problematic as well is that there's a butterfly on both the Chug and the Deuce.
This is a nice kill if they can get the kill over on Pasha. The burning army's already there, but so much support from Virtus.pro also available.
It's the concern when look at the heroes of EHOME. Who buys MKB? How do you actually...
Oh, this is a nicer target. This is a lot nicer. Blink forward, control the Deucer, burn through her, Mana Void, there's your bingo! Well done!
And if you look, I mean, you can deal with
what the Monty Python boys always say.
What was that?
Always look on the bright side of life.
True.
And also no one expects a Spanish Inquisition.
Oh, well. Never mind. I'm not gonna comment because that would draw.
Not even gonna grade.
We get into a discussion and then
Keeper the Lights. Oh, Solo. He's going to buy back. He put the Ignis down on top of Roshan. He was using the Blinding Light to try and delay the attack of EHOME into Roshan. Now Tidehunter totally out of mana. He's got a Gem of True Sight on him, trying to bring him in range of the Shrine. Is there enough regeneration to at least give him a Ravage? Pasha, they're just staying right on top of him. And now that's Tidehunter down. 54 seconds on the sideline. The Gem is gathered up by the Clink. And EHOME are going for Roshan. Ego is doing being over. Clinks is watching the TPs. He sees Roger arriving.
Yeah, in the meantime, Bristleback just playing line wars.
In he goes. Juggernaut instantly stunned up, but they go for the fight. They don't look to finish up Roshan. Innocence, he'll be the only one that cops the Omni Slash. And now no one with the Stonegate under the burning army. They're looking to fight. That really does almost no damage. Ramsey still just spin and run back over. Abyssal Blaze stuns out. You can say goodbye to your Keeper of the Light.
Bristleback against numerous creeps.
ASC's going to try and finish this. Clinks is flying back. I think he's got enough time. He's going to pick up the Aegis quickly and then everything else that comes along with it. Item management as Juggernaut. He got in close, lost all of his mana. Jumping forward with the Aegis match. Anti-Mage, get the hell out of there. He's got the Aegis, the Immortal. Switch the cheese in. Yep, he'll do exactly that. They're holding the Ravage for the moment. He's short of the mana, so another jump forward from the Anti-Mage. Damn, he takes so much damage so quickly, but with the help from Clinks and Lion, they drain out the mana of the Medusa, and now it's no one. He'll take the fall. No buyback for a minute. Right now, like Ego has to start backing up before he's finished killing off this wave. ASC's in the neighborhood as well. Oh, all right, Ego. He's going to take it for the team. The Radiants will arrive, but he's isolated, and he's got the entire lineup of Virtus.pro run up. In the meanwhile, on the back line, ASC jumps in. It's a 1-for-1 trade-off. He'll take out Solo. Avalanche toss. That's a lot of extra damage when Ghost Devil was meant to be protecting the Rubik, so ASC can go after the Medusa. Not the target he wants, however. They want the Juggernaut. Ravage trying to create a little bit of time to kill off the Anti-Mage, but Spell Block, Blink TP away is... No, there's no follow-up. No, we're good. Everyone breathe.
Wow. Bots 2 finished on AM.
The tier 4 tower's finally dead.
Middle tower has fallen.
That's fine. With the Mana Void cooldown on level 25, like he's not able to cast enough spells. Like he's always out of mana for this Mana Void.
Well, is this also because you... Oh, goodbye. saying farewell to the club.
9% of the time. It's just don't make that big critical error that throws the game.
They're coming in. Ego knows his job. Defend the mid lane up against the Megas. They've already burnt the Crimson Guard as well. Remember, that is going to be protecting the Dire Ancient.
That Mystic Snake, man, holy crap, it's still...
Oh, they should jump in, and the follow-up's done. Great doubles done, actually getting up the time, but the Ignis pulls them in with a Ravage connection. Ramsey just hits a perfect on backline Omni Slash, and now they want the big kill. If they can bring down the tank, if they can bring down the Bristleback, they can break through, but there's not enough heroes left. It's Solo and Ramsey on the retreat. Innocence actually has a Blink Dagger, moves forward, gains the stun, and they'll burn through the life of the Juggernaut. 4 heroes down, the Dire Ancient alive, and Virtus.pro, they pushed the issue, but did they push too hard?
Yeah, he is not peaked.
Someone give this guy a tome. Faith Beyond's
they've got vision, they've got vision.
Gonna break Burning Army up the hillside with the Avalanche through the back lines looking for Solo. The Ignis on the Graves position, but the Stonegaze is really good. Lion dies in sleep, but the Anti-Mage, they drop him. He has to buy back. There's no other choice. Tiny will die as well. They're looking over towards...
in that engagement.
If they push really quickly, the Anti-Mage can't get back in time. He just BT towards the top lane. They pinged him out really quickly. He's got 30 seconds where his BTs are on cooldown. So no one just has to run forward and start the attack. The creep wave's coming in with them. So yep, okay, Mystic Snake will bounce mana both between Ego and no one. Anti-Mage has returned to the fight. They start on the Dota, but then the Ravage will connect. That is number 1. He actually doesn't have the refresh shard. Actually, it was number 2 when you think about it. Anti-Mage is dead. GG, well played. It is all the way of Virtus.pro. EHOME really starting to crack under some high-pressure moments. It allows Virtus.pro to just push through. It wasn't by much that they took this game.
Yeah, for sure.